Yes, we are live right now. We are live, and it gives me pleasure to welcome you to this Friday edition of Dr. Love Persaud Uncensored, the show that expresses the truth, real activism, and stands up for the right and justice for the good, law abiding citizens of the greatest country on earth, which is run by the greatest government any nation can hope for. I want to welcome you to this broadcast live on YouTube. Later, we shall be streaming on Facebook as well. But for now, I am still blocked on the communist platform, which is Facebook. It is Friday already, and lots are happening in and around beautiful Guyana. Those of you who have the privileges of enjoying the greatest country any people can hope to have and be a part of, make the best of it. You deserve it. This land is my land. This land is your land. From the Rupununi to the quarantine, understand that every piece, every inch of Guyana belongs to Guyanese. Those who were born, who were birthed within the borders, in a hospital, on the ground, the earth, the dirt of Guyana. To those people, enjoy your country. Birthright citizenship comes first. Birthright citizenship comes first. Everything else is a burden. So the wealth of Guyana, the beauty of Guyana must first be tasted and celebrated and experienced by those who were given birth to on the grounds, in the hospitals, in the homes of Guyana. Guyanese first by birthright. Birthright. So before I start officially, let me acknowledge the good people on this live, the regular prayer warriors, those who continue to make intercession on my behalf, those who continue the struggle, for it is real and we have to embrace it and make sure that nothing threatens the wholesomeness, the health, the peace, stability, and continued prosperity of Guyana and its people. Greetings to Bibi Ishak, Paul Gangaram. Good afternoon, Dr. Love watching from Barbados, Motherland. Tara Badulal. Good afternoon, Dr. Love. Same to you. Alima Kaliam Lachman. All these fancy names. Greetings to you. Greetings to Devi, Shilini Bourne. Greetings to you. Lynette Singh. Greetings to you. Kay Watson. Greetings to you. Nina Singh. Greetings to you. Tara Badulal. Is it two or one? Okay. I won't repeat the names I've called already. Sandy. Greetings to you. Savitri. Greetings to you. Debs Persaud. Greetings to you. And all the other persons who certainly will join the program or has joined the program. It is an honor to have you here. A great honor. There are a lot of things I need to cover today, but I'm not into the business of news. I'm into the business of speaking to your conscience. I need to appeal to your good senses. I need to provoke that part of your mind that is often overlooked. I need to get the subliminal, so that you recognize where you stand in this game of politics. You are not just an observer, you are a willing participant. You are not just a spectator, you are a referee. And you have to judge the players on their criteria, on their criteria, on their resume, on your criteria, rather, on their resume, on their general ability to deliver the service that is due towards the nation as a whole, the nation of Guyana, the people of Guyana, the well deserved citizens of Guyana. For too long, this has become a continued practice and it is becoming stale, repetitive, boring. The only act that never loses its taste, the only act that is unique, that is human in nature, that takes human to execute, the only act that makes a difference, that never goes out of style, never gets tasteless, is never boring. The only act is the act of sex. The act of sex is the only act that human beings can repeat exactly the same order and never goes out of style, never gets stale, is never boring, always fulfilling. That's the only act. Anything else, judge it on its merit. In other words, What's in it for me? Everybody else does that. The voters of Guyana need to start doing that. Let's come back after this intro. Yes, welcome back. Lynette Singh says, "Oh boy, well, you're dealing with Professor Love. You're dealing with a sexpert, the doctor of love. So if I don't, no matter how political I get, no matter how political I get, I am a political strategist also. It matters not how political I get. If I don't mention women and sex, I'm not Dr. Love. I'm fake, like Norton. I have to. The two interesting things that everybody is interested in, everybody, is sex and women. So, ladies, well, guess what? You can't have sex without a woman, and you need women for sex. No matter how you turn it, the important operating subject here is the woman. That's how powerful you are, ladies. That's how powerful you are. You have no idea. Good. Let's move on with it. You judge the characters, the players that you are spectating, that you are umpiring on the merit of their capacity to deliver. Remember, they say it's not the size of the tool, but it's how you use it. Chinese women don't complain because it's not about the size, it's how you use it. A bad workman always complains about his tool. You understand why Aubrey Norton complains about his looks. He doesn't embrace that fact that he has a disability by being ugly. He complains about his looks. But let's move on with that. I talked the other day. I talked the other day about Robert Persaud making an issue about a tiger that this boy child, this man boy, decide to adapt for his We Invest in Nationhood party win. And I thought that this would have been something that would not be made an issue of. I thought it's just, you know, pushing the fire, pushing the fire. And yes, you can push the fire. You can push the fire by adding fuel to it, putting the fan next to it, because fire needs air. Yes, you can. So I thought it was just a little, then it's over with. But the fact that this thing is prolonging, I want to bring the attention of the people that matter. Because in case you don't understand, politicians, you may be taking for granted that idiot that has created that party win. But the people that you need to take for granted are the people behind him, his so called followers. They're the ones you need to take for granted. You need not to take for granted because he's one man. He's one man. His followers are many, and each of them translates into a vote. A vote. A vote is translated to what? Money for you. Because every vote that goes towards Azruddin Muhammad increases his chances to unseat President Ali and take money from your pocket, politicians. Each vote. Let me break it down. When you make an issue with a tiger that is a global symbol, everybody uses it. Everybody uses it. Google it. You'll see how many thousands of organizations, political parties that have used this animal as a symbol. It's a common symbol across the world. You can use a lion, you can use a cheetah, you can use a jaguar. It doesn't matter. Using animals as symbols, it's something that has been practiced for eons. It's nothing new. It is nothing new. The PPP has a what? A cup, symbolic of fulfillment, because you need a cup can last forever. Tigers grow, they age, then they die. A cup can outlive a tiger. A cup can also outlive a palm tree. You understand? Why are you making an issue about a tiger? It's an animal. You don't own it. It was not first discovered in Guyana. The tiger is a native of the continent of Africa and India. I think India. It's not unique to Guyana. Stop this bullshit. Fucking nonsense. You're garnering sympathy for that idiot. You want GCOM to strike the symbol of the party of the man? It is not illegal. GCOM has no authority to do that unless they are conflicting symbols, like Roar. If Roar party is contesting the elections, they first had the symbol. I mean, in the politics of Guyana. So if they are on the domination, if they decide, hey, we only then GCOM can say, hey, somebody's already here with that symbol. You have to make a few adjustments. But if there's nobody else contesting the elections with that symbol, none of the 24 parties, fucking ridiculous. Imagine that. Was 28, now it's 24. If there's nobody else, then why are you making an issue with this man and his and using the tiger as a symbol? The tiger belongs to nobody. Nobody. Not because some indigenous or Amerindian or whatever decide to take the tiger as a symbol for whatever reason. They don't own it. Nobody in Guyana owns the tiger or owns the animals. No, nobody. You understand? It belongs to nobody. It belongs to nature. Nature. So whatever sentiment you're going to attach to that is bullshit. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. Leave the man and the tiger. All right? You're going to pick on something as stupid as that? As stupid as that. You have bigger fishes to fry. The bigger fishes that you have to fry is focus your base. Keep their attention singular. Keep their attention on the PPP and all these other people who are jumping around making an issue about the symbol. You started it first. Robert Persaud, you started to make an issue out of it. So whoever else comes and take that issue, the public would not say that they are not attached to the PPP. They will say PPP somehow influenced these organizations to come out and try to get this man to take the symbol back. It's a stupid move. It's a nonsensical move. You don't want public sympathy for that idiot? What's wrong with you people? Poor people, poor people, the only thing poor people have to offer is their sympathy. That's the only thing they have. Sympathy. And their sympathy follows their actions. I mean, their actions follow their sympathy. You see, I'm thinking about this stupid issue, and I'm confusing myself. It's nonsense. Let the man use the damn symbol. Even if there are other people there with the symbol, so what? So what? The man's party is win. Win, not PPP, win. WIN. So if I was in the race and my party is pimp and I want to use the the same animal, it should not be a problem. My party is pimp, not win. If you go with the same name, win, and the same animal, then it should be an issue. But regardless, if everybody wants the same animal, but they have different initials, so what? You are garnering sympathy. You are making the public, the poor, depressed section of Guyana that is looking for a savior, that believes in the promises of rich people, that look up to rich people, that tells them, hey, you also can be like me, a millionaire or billionaire. Even though it's bullshit, even though it's nonsense, they don't care. They are willing to believe anything and anyone who is willing to give them some kind of hope that they can live in a house with air conditioning, sleep on a foam mattress, drive a car. They would buy any rhetoric that leads them to that. You don't want that to happen. Ignore the man. Ignore the man. He has nothing to lose. You think sanctions will stop him from living? Do you think Azruddin Mohammed needs to get on a plane to feel alive? There are people right now in Guyana who has never left their neighborhood. Never left their neighborhood. They have never even went to Georgetown. Never went to Cheditown. Fuck Georgetown. Cheditown. Never. And they've lived a wonderful life, a fulfilled life, everything they have. You think you need to leave Guyana to live? So what if the man can't leave the country? Who gives a shit? You know how many poor people there can't even leave their village because crime is so high, they're afraid to take the buses. They're afraid to drive on the roadways. And you're going to make this man who probably traveled most of his life before sanctions, who traveled the whole of Guyana because he could afford it? You're going to pick on him? He has nothing to lose. You have a lot to lose, PPP. You have a lot to lose. You want him to be in a position of power to make you compromise come September? Is that what you want? Because if you understand human beings, all them geniuses that you have there, President Ali, all them brainiacs and them geniuses you have more geniuses than the PNC. Because Indian people are smart, clever, smart people. Let them advise you about social psychology, how human beings think, how this thing works. Let them advise you. Let them take a break from counting money and count votes and see how much they can count before elections. Do that projection. But stop picking on these men. You are bringing unwanted, unnecessary attention to Azruddin Mohammed that he doesn't deserve. You are the man is happy for the marketing that he's getting. He's happy. Every time you take him to court, he trends. You fucking idiots, man. You're getting me angry. Every time that man goes to court, he becomes more popular. Every time an issue arises with him, he connects with people. Every time. You honestly think black people are going to vote for him? You honestly think so? They wouldn't. The blacks in Guyana would have two choices: President Ali or Aubrey Norton. Azruddin Mohammed is not a choice amongst black people. They're just using him like they always use people. They're hanging their mouth where they can get some change. But at the end of the day, they don't give a shit about him. They hate the fact that he's a self-proclaimed billionaire, and he's throwing it in their faces. They hate that. They hate the hell out of that. But because they hate you and the PPP, they'll pretend to support anyone that stands supposedly against the PPP. It doesn't mean they'll vote for that person. You know you can't trust Negroes, right? You know that. You can't trust Negroes. So therefore, who is Muhammad targeting? Who? The poor, left behind, frustrated, slum trodden. Slum trodden means they live in the areas where if a little rain falls down, their whole yard is flooded, their whole street is flooded. They still have to deal with pit latrine. They still have to shower in uh, small houses in the yard or something like that. Those Indians. And there are thousands of them. Thousands of them. They're the ones he's appealing to. He's appealing to them. And when they look at him, when they look at Azruddin Muhammad, they see one of them, an Indian who's a Muslim. That's what they see. They don't see a black man. They see an Indian man who hates the PPP just like they hate the PPP. And these are your base. These are people that would have walked from Berbice to Georgetown behind and for Cheddy Jagan. They would band themselves together, sacrificed. They would offer their last money if it means boosting the chances of the PPP to come back into government. That is how loyal they are. When you spend your resources to target this man that has nothing to lose, you must understand you have a lot to lose. Because you, President Ali, you don't just come alone. You come with a whole team of bodies, PPP strongholds, the business community, the international community, your loyal followers. You have a large team behind you. So when you lose, they fucking lose. Are you going to risk all of that for some idiot who's also an Indian? Talk to me. You're giving the man too much attention. Imagine that. A few days ago, this man was absent. Nobody knew he existed. Spending daddy's money and just hanging around and with his jet ski and all these things. That's it. Nobody gave a darn about him. He saw an opportunity because you helped him and your friends helped him. He took advantage of the opportunity. And now, because of him, you can't sleep. You are the legend. You are the legend. And you are acting as though you are threatened by this guy, this man boy. You are threatened. You need to know what is trending. Why do you think on social media there are men who fake riches? They fake riches. They come online with some fake money, spread it on a bed, fake jewelry, fake this, fake that. They scam a lot of people just to buy some Chinese made sneakers that looks like the real thing, and they come online and they pose. And you see how crazy poor people get for those guys? Because the new celebrity is wealth. If you have this, give this impression that you have made it, you get the attention of the young people. Those young, horny teenage girls that wants a millionaire dick in them, and those boys who can't wait for an opportunity to hustle so that they can get some girls. They look up to those idiots. It just happened that such an idiot is now running for the presidency of Guyana. You get it? You didn't get it. To the young people in Guyana who are from the slums of Guyana, Azruddin Mohammed is a celebrity. The more you persecute him, the more it seems like you are attacking him, the more they can't wait for election fucking day to vote for him. You understand? You don't want that. The majority of the voters are female and young, men and women. The majority. They can run to the voting station. They can stand all day in line. They can. They're the majority. Take the attention away from this guy. Enough of it. Enough of it. You also know, PPP, that the media houses, the so called media houses in Guyana, they don't like you. You know how much propagandist online that make their 1 and 2 minutes video a bunch of crap, but they have these idiots who listen to them and follow them. And those idiots are the majority who will vote. You have 80% or 90% of the online podcasts, so called fuckluencers, who are against you. And look what they're promoting. They're still on this Adriana case, still on that shit. They're promoting that. They're promoting this. The G on the picture, you see that thumbnail you see on the thing, on the YouTube there? We have G president. I think it needed to zoom out a bit more. But G president, it meant Guyana's president, good president, great president, genius president, versus who will be next? G Prince, gangster prince, ghetto prince, Google prince, gully prince. Yeah, that's Azruddin. So I had to put the two there. Where did I put that picture? Yeah, here he is. If you don't stop persecuting that ass there, he might get a lot of, you know, business. He might become the neighborhood celebrity. A lot of the voters may want to ride him. You understand? All of this is not necessary. All of these things is just helping the man. It's helping him. The fact that he had the audacity to go into a neighborhood, probably if he had the right information or the right counsel, they will tell him, listen, this is a Chedi town. This is PPP stronghold. You don't come here. But in his mind, they're Indian and he's Indian. So Chedi or not, he was confident enough that at least they would hear him out. Because he's thinking these are Indian people. I'm Indian. So I'm going. And he took the risk and he went. But understand what I'm saying here. He His motivation was these are poor Indians. He's a rich Indian. He's going to connect with poor Indians. They're one people. He didn't look at the possibilities that they might run him out. And that is what you are taking for granted. Because while they might run him out of the place or the area, They might very well vote for him. Those are the things that are helping the guy. It's helping the man. It's helping his chances. Sympathy is a very strong emotion. When you appeal to the sympathetic part of a human, they do things without thinking. And afterwards, then they think. But all of those things are just helping. But the neighborhood has to do what the neighborhood has to do. But you have to be the strong man. You have to be the confident man. You have to let them understand that, look, I don't give a shit where he goes. And you call out to the people, listen, we are not gangsters. We are not thugs. The PPP are not thugs. They are not gangsters. The PPP are a democratic set of people, peaceful set of people. We believe in justice and freedom and opportunities, equal opportunities for everyone. If the man wants to go wherever, he's free to go. It's Guyana. Guyana is free for everyone. Go wherever you want. If you don't want to hear the man, stay in your house. Stay in your house and watch the PPP programs or do something, but don't come out of your house to create problems. You don't want to hear the man, stay home. But coming out and making all those mockeries, it's helping him. It's helping him. It's not hurting him. The best way you can kill someone's dream is to ignore their dream. Ignore it. Don't talk about it. Don't spectate it. Don't comment on it. Do like what you do on Facebook. Scroll past it. Don't like it, don't share it, don't comment. Just scroll past it. That's what you do. So the man can go wherever he wishes to go. What the PPP people must do is just don't leave your house. What are you going out for? Stay the hell home. You're going out there for what? You're filming on your phones. You're posting it, you're uploading that on social media. You're just giving the man more publicity. Negative publicity sells. Remember that. It sells. It's sexy. So when you're making comments and yes, it's helping. Now, what you should be doing.
Do this. This lady come passing, right?
Is this.
Look. All this is this Land Cruiser again for pass.
These kinds of stuff.
Plus, this Land Cruiser could easily pass down here, so. And she want the man to apologize. See. The whole truck could pass them on. High Lord. Everybody could tell you could pass there.
You blocked me up a few minutes ago right there.
Woman, you are blocking everybody off. Well, go your way, please.
You just said you was up the road.
I'm thinking to myself, I thought the guy was about 35 years old. I mean, somewhere around there. So if he is 35 years old and she looks like a grown-ass woman, because I thought before she had a husband and kids. I mean, she looks like she's in her 20s. So if he is 35, I'm not certain. Okay, I just see stuff around. But if he is in his 30s and she looks that old, when the heck did he got a woman pregnant to get such a grown-ass daughter she could pass as his wife? So even worse, if that's his daughter and that's her performance in public to people, and look at the people around there, black people, if that's your attitude towards them Negroes, And your father want them same Negroes to vote for him. You have just fucked his chances of getting votes from the ghetto. Yes, that's how you raise your daughters, huh? Daddy has money, so I can slap anybody around. I really thought that's a grown ass woman with some husband who has some money or some sugar daddy or whatever. I learned that it's the daughter of Azruddin Muhammad, the man who's running for president, and his daughter is behaving like that in public, and he wants poor people to vote for him with such a daughter. Imagine if, oh my gosh, you don't want to think about it. You don't want to think about it. So these are the things you should expose. Say, hey, this is the daughter of this
You this. This lady come passing, right? Look, look. All this space, this Land Cruiser again for pass. Plus, this Land Cruiser could easily pass down here, so. And show any man to apologize. See. The whole truck could pass them on. Highlight. Everybody could tell you could pass there.
You blocked me up a few minutes ago right there.
that certainly would not have an impact. That's what you should focus on. The fact that this so-called politician wants poor people to vote for him when he has such a toxic daughter, shaming him in the public just because, oh, my daddy is Azruddin Muhammad. Yeah, so what? So what? It gives you the right to disrespect other Guyanese citizen when you are wrong. That's it. That's what having money equates. And your daddy is trying to get poor people to vote for him, and you're behaving like such a. I want to call you names, but it's YouTube. Only YouTube. That's why I'm not going to call you that because of YouTube's policy. Otherwise, than that, I'll call you. I'll describe you how you are behaving. So the poor people of Guyana that are rallying around and you know, look what he raised, how she's behaving to other Guyanese citizens, demanding apology. You people pull that shit to the wrong set of people. To the wrong set of people, you pull that nonsense to you think your money can save you. So here it is. The G Prince and the G President. The G President, yeah, the volume was turned down a bit there just now, so I had to turn it back. That was due to the audio for the. Yes, we have President Ali, and we have the Middle Eastern guy from Qatar, the Ghetto Prince, the Gully Prince, the Gangster Prince, that his alleged daughter behaving like that in the public. So we have the good president, the great president, the godly president, versus this other guy. Now, what are we looking at there? Should there even be a comparison? Yes, they should. This is no joking matter. We can't take anything for granted now because the man, Azruddin Muhammad, has now become relevant. He is now relevant. You understand? It's no longer a joking matter. Now I'm getting some other information here that it's Azruddin's sister. I have to check my sources. Which is it? Is it his sister or his daughter? Because like I said before, it can't be his daughter because she's too old to be his daughter. So it's his sister. If he has a daughter, I apologize to your daughter. It's his sister. You would understand if they're both raised by that man who wants to beat people up. Then you get it. But based on my sources, I thought was his daughter. I doubted it. I figured that no, it couldn't be his daughter because she seemed too old to be his daughter. So if he has daughters, if he has children, and he has daughter, then my apologies to his daughter. She may be just a kid, right? But that's politics. You get misinformation sometimes. That's why you correct it when you get the right information. But now we get back to the issue here. We have those two guys. Now both of them are Muslims. Understand that. Both are Muslims. And both profess to be good Muslims. Both of them. Both are Muslims. Both are rich. And both are Indians. They have a lot in common. And the black people, Afro Guyanese from the ghetto, is publicly hating one and publicly loving the other one. Look at the irony in this. Both are Indians. Both are millionaires. Both are Muslims. But the blacks are divided. Don't count me in. I don't hate Ashruddin Muhammad. I don't know the guy. Whatever I'm speaking on the platform of politics where he's concerned are things that are out there, information that are out there. The same thing when I speak on behalf of the President Ali, it's what's out there. But I wanted the Afro Guyanese to understand. You're choosing between two Indian men, two Muslim men, and two millionaires. This should not be a debate. It should not be a debate. Why? Because Azruddin Muhammad has nothing besides his inheritance, daddy's inheritance to his name. Nothing. President Ali came through the struggle. Muhammad didn't. His father was in business forever. He was born into the business. Ali was not. Ali was born into a household of the average Indian family, father's a teacher, and I think mother a housewife, something like that. You have more in common with President Ali than Muhammad. You have more in common. President Ali rode bicycle, walked in the sun, dug drains and gutters, took minibuses from Lenore to the city, took taxis. Most of his life, he knows what it's like. President Ali knows what it is like to sit in a minibus overloaded, where the seat capacity is for 3 people, but 5 people are crammed into that seat. He knows what it's like to be in that position. He knows what it's like to owe the bus driver. He don't have enough money to pay the bus. He knows what it's like. He knows what it's like to buy a Chinese food and share it amongst his friends. Yeah, he knows what it's like. He knows what it's like to walk from house to house preaching. Oh, how I know? Because he used to walk with me. How I know about the Chinese stuff? Because we used to part the Chinese food. Him, I, and another Gerald, Pastor John, Gerald John. He's now a big deal. So I know what I'm saying. Oh, if he knows what it's like to sit in a bus with five, yes, because we did it many times. We go all the way to the back seat of the bus when you think that you can occupy that. Me, myself, Gerald John, Irfan Ali. When we think the 3 of us can occupy the back seat and we can be relaxed, the conductor send 2 other persons and say, "Hey, can you guys?" He knows what it's like. You understand? Hazruddin Muhammad doesn't know what it's like. He has nothing in common with the poor class in Guyana, Indian or black. So how the hell is he going to know? How is he going to know what it's like, what you are faced with, what you are going through? How is he going to know that when he has never in his life took a bus? Never. Recently, a few years, if it's a few years, he probably stepped out of his kingdom and stepped on the ground in the ghetto recently. Ali knows what it's like. And he did it when there was nothing. So who can address your need better? Who can empathize with what you are experiencing in Guyana? Who can? Somebody who has never in any way been close to anything that has to do with poverty, or somebody who was raised up out of the neighborhood. Because even though his household would have been middle class, meaning father working, his father did not achieve headmastership overnight. He had to teach from an ordinary teacher. He had to experience it in normal teacher salary, raising a family on that before he had ascended to the position of headmaster. The struggle was real when Ali was growing up. The PPP had no perks. They had to deal with the sanctions of Burnham. all the people, all the members of the PPP had to deal with their share of crisis, hunger, discrimination, all of them, all Indians. Azruddin came in the good times, thanks to Chetty. And now you think he got your back? He knows poor people? He's going to set things right? If I was so hateful, I would have said, let them get a taste of it. You know what? They're ungrateful. Let them get a taste of it. Let Azruddin turn Guyana into Venezuela. I would have said that. They want the ghetto king so bad, give him to them. Give him to them. So they can suffer for 5 years. I would have said that. But what would that make me? Do I have such evil in my heart against the Guyanese people that I'm willing to, to, to compromise so that they be punished to teach them a lesson? No. I'm not there. I'm not Aubrey Norton. I'm not from the PNC camp. I can't do that. So it is my calling, it is my position to bring these common senses to your mind, Guyanese. Things that you would not have thought about. You're distracted by all of these idiotic subjects. To think when you make a bad decision, one wrong vote out of some unjustified anger against the PPP, one can result in 5 years of punishment, like happened in the PNC 2015, 2020. One wrong vote. You're willing to make that mistake again? Are you forgetting? You're forgetting, right? You came from lower caste to third class. I am trying to help to push the government of Guyana to speed up the process. I am also wary that until elections time, then you're talking about paying out for teachers. Then you're talking about uh, um, getting the pension sorted out. Then you talk about all of these things. You had 5 fucking years to set it. 5 years. It's always a few months before elections. Then the government is busy doing this. You had 5 years. 5 years. Only infrastructure, infrastructure, infrastructure. Infrastructure can't vote for you. People have to vote for you. Now these things are becoming. This is why you're giving ammunition to the opposition. You're giving ammunition to Norton and this Ali and this Mohammed guy and all these other people from the 24 idiotic parties. If you had solved all of these issues year by year, now you can enjoy boasting about what you have done, but not for the promises. Not for the promises. It's enough, man. People have to stop using this against you. Only elections time, then you come making promises. Only elections time. Something as massive, something as massive as the Irfan Ali River Bridge. Yes, Irfan Ali River Bridge. Name the bridge after Irfan. Something as massive as that, though time has passed, though it has gone beyond schedule, the point is it will finish. But if something as massive as that can be constructive from beginning to end in practically record time, if there are a few months elapse, Why can't pension books, paying out of teachers' salary or teachers the money they should be getting, why couldn't that be solved within weeks? All it takes is signing something and printing stuff. That's all it takes. All it takes. Why you gotta wait years? And you can fix something as massive as the Irfan Ali River Bridge, coordinated with foreigners and programs that Guyanese fought for, lost their jobs for, homes were destroyed for. All of these things, you can't fix it in 5 years. Now you're talking about fixing stuff. This is why people are using this against you. Don't give the opposition ammunitions. You keep doing that. The Guyanese people need to be served the right way by a government that they installed. Yes, Aubrey Norton, the Guyanese voters installed the Ali government. Guyanese voters. They selected the government. They wanted Ali to be president. Guyanese people wanted that. So you know. Let's get back to Aubrey Norton. Let it sink in. Are you watching? Let it sink in. These are two men. One is the president, the other one is the idiot. One is president, one wants to be president. Let's look at some fine details here. Take, for example, the two mics that is sit before. Irfan Ali has taste. Wherever he might be, that's the perfect mic for that occasion. Aubrey Norton, look at the mic he has. That's a mic from the 60s. So is he. He has a looks from the, not the 60s. I think his look would be way back in the 50s. Black and white. Color wasn't in yet. He's from the 50s. Aubrey Norton. And he's the one who says looks doesn't matter. Imagine these two guys are on the ballot, the voting ballot. These two guys are in there. And you have to decide who to vote for based on their image. And Aubrey Norton is telling you to close your eyes and put a vote on him because he has capacity. Look at the way he wore his jacket, his blazer. Just take a look at that. Look at the collar of his shirt. Look at how it sits on his jacket. And this is the man who's talking about presentation. And he can't even wear a shirt properly. Can't wear a shirt properly. This is the reason why you hardly see him in suits. Because the tie, decency, avoids him. Looks matter, Aubrey Norton. Look at Ali. Look at the elegance. Look at the class. Look at how good the man wore his suits. Look at the tie. Everything matched. Everything matched. This is what the Guyanese want to see as a president or in a president, not you. When I say you should send the blacks back to Africa, I meant you, Aubrey Norton. You should go back to Uganda. Uganda, you resemble the people there. Go back to Uganda, Aubrey Norton. You cannot lead the PNC. You would cause them to lose votes. Who in their right mind thought it was funny to elect Norton as the chairman? You know, I think I think somebody bribed the members of the PNC and tell them to vote for Aubrey Norton. I think somebody did that because they wanted Aubrey Norton, the PNC, to be dissolved. They wanted the party to end. I am in support of it. Mind you, whoever did it, you're the man. If you bribed the members to put Aubrey Norton as a chairman because you know him being the chairman is going to be the end of the party, you did the right thing. Great idea. Good, because so many of them have left already. Keep him there. Make Ali win again. Don't get rid of you. Don't touch Norton. You don't ever touch Norton. Leave Norton there. That's how come PPP will get all the black votes. All the black votes, because no Negro will vote for that face. Looks matter. When you think of the PPP, you have to think about this. This is the PPP. That's the PPP. This is the PPP. Let it sink in. Yeah, enjoy it. Go ahead, enjoy it. These are the men who represent you. Enjoy it. Be thankful. Consider your blessings. Know your blessings. This is what you're risking. This is what you're risking. Look, all the other parties, all the other parties. This speaks. Image matters. I'll leave it for a while. Let it sink in. I'm advertising now. I'll leave it for a while. Let it sink in. Jagdeo and Ali. Ali and Jagdeo. Let it sink. You can tell me when to stop. I got a few minutes left. I let it run. I let it run and keep running and keep running because looks matter. That was for Aubrey Norton. Looks matter. Look around the world. You don't want, when you go to the United Nations, when you go to some international function, and your leaders go to represent Guyana, you want them to look at Norton? Really? That's the guy you want to speak for Guyana? That's the reason why that transgender female made that video on TikTok last year and said that she was good for Guyana because she came and she's the most pretty female, but that's a transgender. That's a guy who tries to be a woman. It's people like Norton that she saw. Those PNC people she saw. She only went around in Georgetown and those ghetto areas and she saw those ugly thugs and she based Guyana's beauty on them. Then she realized that, oh my God, they're so ugly. Wow, I'm pretty. Imagine a transgender female comparing itself to the beautiful Guyanese women. But if it had socialized in the PPP camp, it would never have said that. I said it because they don't know their identity. Don't take what you have for granted. You know what you have in the PPP. You know what the PNC is all about. To the Indo-Guyanese who think, who believe they have been marginalized, I hear your cries. I understand. I understand. I hear your cries. But all I'm asking you to do is to reach out to the relevant ministries. Yeah, a lot of your concern has to do with the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security. A lot of your concerns has to do with that ministry, but that minister has to go. That minister has to go. That ministry is a failure. So I guess a lot of your problems will be solved in the next Ali administration. But right now it's a waste of time. Don't reach out. You won't get anywhere. But if you have issues with your land and all this other stuff, reach out to the relevant ministries. You know, get your things done. Don't sit down and let the government come to you. Go to the government. Go to your NDC, go to your RDC, go to these neighborhood offices that you need to get your job done. And if they don't function, call the ministries and make a report. But you have to go out and get your things done. Don't wait and believe that Muhammad can make things different for you. He can't. He doesn't have the capacity. He's never worked in his life. Never. All he's concerned about is being able to get on a plane and leave the country. And he believes that if he's in the parliament or if he's president, then America would remove the sanctions, and then don't make his dream come true. Your dream is what matters. And your dream is housed in the policies and the programs of the People's Progressive Party Civic. This is Dr. Love Persaud saying, share this live, increase the viewership, download the video, put it on your TikTok, whatever you can do that. Because the PNC camp are promoting their people. They're sharing their videos. They're doing this. I need the PPP camp to do the same thing too. The PNC, they have nothing to do. Those Afro-Guyanese, those Negroes are on social media the whole day. The whole day. So they are increasing the viewership of PNC pundits. So when you look at that, you're thinking, wow, they're just PNC people. I understand that PPP people are progressive, hardworking, they're busy all the time, they have a lot to do. I get it, I understand that. But when it is possible, while you are here watching, share the video, share the live, make your comments, give a like, give a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We have to win again in September. See you again next time.